Hello everyone, and welcome back to Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Catch us here, fresh from our 4th gym badge, and in this episode, it's going to be a slightly shorter episode. We are going to explore the Grand Marsh and see just what exactly it has to offer. If you enjoy what you see in this episode and you want to see some more, please hit the subscribe button to be alerted every single time that I upload. So, when you come into the Grand Marsh in Pastoria City, I would recommend heading just on upstairs and heading into this room with the binoculars and having a look through the binoculars. The reason for doing this is that there are some Pokemon that only appear on certain days, and this isn't a locked day, it's a random percentage chance each day that some of these Pokemon can appear, and they will always show on the binoculars where they will appear. So the Pokemon that you can encounter and see through the binoculars are Golduck, Roselia, Staravia, Skorupi, Drapion, once you get, I think it's 7 gym badges, Krogunk, Toxicroak with the same requirement as Drapion, and also Carnivine. And this is the only way to get Carnivine, is for it to appear on the day, for you to come on the correct day and him to spawn. In my case here, you'll have seen that Skorupi popped up, so my Pokemon for today is Skorupi. The Pokemon will still spawn if you don't look through the binoculars, but it's recommended to look through the binoculars just to know which one you've got, to know whether to enter or not. I'll talk more about how the Safari Zone works in a minute. But the first thing to do when you come in here, and I would come in here at least once when you're in Pastoria City, is so that you can head just to the east here and speak to this person with the green hair. And they'll give you TM97s and also a new hidden machine for your Pokédex. This gives you defog, which will allow you to, as described, remove fog from certain routes in the overworld. So definitely come here and do that. Now, this area works similar to Safari Zones of the past, in that you don't battle Pokemon, you utilise a new mechanic to catch them. This involves using bait or mud to alter the capabilities of the Pokemon, rather than attacking them and damaging their HP. If you use mud, the Pokemon will be less likely to flee, but harder to catch. If you use bait, the Pokemon will be more likely to flee, but easier to catch. And to do the catching, you just have to throw one of your Safari balls at the Pokemon. You're given 30 upon entry, and when you run out, your time in the Safari Zone is over. Your time in the Safari Zone is also over once you've completed 500 steps. So be careful when in this Safari Zone or Great Marsh to not walk too many steps. In particular, there are some areas which have like deep mud you can get stuck in, and it then requires a lot of steps to be used to then get out of the mud, which is awkward and obviously wastes your time. So you've seen here, we've already found a Barboach so far. There are quite a few Pokemon you can find around here. There are a heck of a lot of Pokemon available in this area, so I'll go through them all. Fishing, you can find Magikarp with an old rod. With a good rod, you can find currently Magikarp, Barboach, and also the Pokemon that we found here, which is Gyarados, which we are trying to catch. In the grassy areas, there are a lot more Pokemon you can find. You can find a Psyduck. You can find Azurill, though Azurill has an extremely rare encounter chance, around 1%. You can find Marill. You can find Wooper and its evolved form Quagsire. You can find Bidoof and its evolved form Bibarel. And in the mornings and daytime only, you can find Starly and Budew. And at night time only, you can find Hoot Hoot and its evolved form Noctowl. So there's a lot of Pokemon available here, and that's on top of the rotating Pokemon. So at the stage I am in the story right now, the rotating Pokemon would be Golduck, Roselia, Staravia, Skorupi, Krogunk, and Carnivine, as Drapion and Toxicroak are not available for me. with my current progress. Once you obtain the national dex, a large number of extra Pokemon such as Kangaskhan and Yanma become available, but for now, obviously we're a long way off that. Let's have a little fish. Unfortunately, we weren't able to catch Gyarados, so just having a couple more fish to see if I find anything that... find him again. If I don't, I'll just move on. It's not the end of the world. I will also be going into the Grand Underground, though I think I'll be doing that for quite a long time. So the next episode will likely be a cut up of clips from my time in the Grand Underground to save you having to watch several hours all in one go. Instead, I'll just provide almost like a highlights reel. Anyway, we'll do one or two more of these and then we'll move on. Alright, looks like Gyarados isn't coming back again anytime soon. I think that'll do us for fishing for now, so we'll proceed on and carry on around the marsh and see what we can find. So on this eastern side above the river, you can find this item here, which is a Paralyze Heal. I actually forgot to do this, but if you use your dowsing machine just south of that Paralyze Heal, there is also a hidden Hyper Potion, so be sure to pick that up on your playthrough. Heading back through the grass, let's see if we find anything original. No, just a bee barrel, which obviously we already have. I'm not going to spend all of my character's money at the minute capturing every Pokemon available in this route. I will continue on with the story after we've done one run through of this, and then come back at a later date to fill up the Pokedex. Still only bee barrels so far, nothing rare. I should have remembered which areas we saw the Pokemon in on the Binoculars. So you see this muddy patch just south of me here, that big square of mud. If I ran in that right now, I would get stuck and it would make me have to use up steps in order to get out of it. We're actually not getting many encounters here, which I'm quite surprised about. I was hoping to see something new. The game does not want to indulge me currently. As I say that, we do find a Pokemon we have not... Well, we've encountered before in the gym, but we haven't encountered with means to catch. This here is a Quagsire. I'm going to throw some mud at it and see if I can make it easier to catch. Oh. Although more likely to flee, and unfortunately that's exactly what Quagsire did. You can also find Quagsire in the Grand Underground, so I likely will see if I can find these whilst I'm down there later on today, or in the next episode. So we found its pre-evolved form, which is Wooper. We're just going to throw Safari Ball straight away here, and yeah, we've caught it immediately, so that's good to see. If it needs be, we could also evolve this into Quagsire. Now we've got another Quagsire here, so we've got a second chance of trying to catch this. We'll just go straight with the Safari Ball this time, seeing as the mud made it flee. Oh, and there we go. So yeah, no need to evolve or try and find one in the Grand Underground. It's easy as that. So you can see it's a water and ground type, as discussed in the gym battle, which is quite actually a common type with Barbos, Shellos, etc. all sharing the same typing, though it is a very useful type as it does cover the weakness that it has to electricity, although obviously gains an additional extra amount of weakness to grass type. So heading around here, we're going to head up towards that item we saw above the ledge. There's also an item up here at the top of this bit of grass, which is a Pokeball. We're going to head back round to the east and get the other item. So unfortunately another Wooper. We still haven't encountered Marill or Azurill, which are two Pokemon we definitely need from this area. And it's not nighttime currently, so we can't encounter Noctowl, which is another Pokemon that is available here that we haven't got. So here we are, now we've finished the battle, back by the item above this ledge, up to the kind of middle to northeast, and this item here is a super potion. So we'll continue heading around and see if we can find any additional items. We only appear to be able to find Beaverells, Woopers and Quagsires here, so I don't think there's anything else for us to find in this area. You'll note the train tracks in the middle of this, middle of the Great Marsh. What you can do, instead of walking like I have to get to the opposite end, you can take the tram and it will take you directly to whichever area you want. So you can save yourself a number of steps by not running all the way up and through the grass. Heading through here then, hopefully not getting too stuck in the mud. We can find another item, and this item here is a Great Ball, and this is up in the northeast corner. And just along from the Great Ball there is another item here, which is a Super Repel. So we'll pick that one up, and then see if we can get one more encounter before our steps run out. No, unfortunately not. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Kind of a shorter episode, but as I said, I'm going to be playing the Grand Underground and giving you a big highlights video coming up next. If you enjoyed, please like the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.